tell you a joke. I had this story many years ago because I was a teenager, and of course when you're younger you think this is the funniest shit ever. So one day the body parts were having an argument after God decided that there must be a leader. Everyone, every limb, every organ was arguing. The heart says, I'm going to be the boss because I pump the blood and I keep the whole body alive. The lungs went, no, dude. I'm next to you. I'm bigger than you. I bring in the air. Without you breathing, without you taking air from my system, all of you are dead. The eyes went, no. I gotta be the boss because I help you to see where we are going. If you trip, you're dead. The ears went, no. I'm gonna be the boss because I help you to hear best. If there's a fire, if there's danger, wild cats, we are going to save you. And then the fingers went, no. They were arguing. The legs went, no. I'm going to be the boss. I help you go everywhere you want to go. You find food, you find money. You're going to be needing me. Without me, you cannot get anywhere. So the liver, the intestinal tract, and everybody was arguing. God was like, I don't know. Who's going to be the boss? And suddenly they heard a tiny little voice squeak from down below. Excuse me. And everybody went, hey, what do you want, a-hole? And the a-hole went, I would like to be the boss, please. Because I'm pretty important. Everyone laughed. The heart guffawed, the lungs was giggling away, the hand was slapping away, the legs were jumping around and stomping, the eyes were flickering and tearing, the ears were the heart, everybody was laughing. They go, you as the boss? Forget about it. Everybody collectively laughed. And the tiny a-hole went upset and quiet and decided to clamp up. So I'm not going to speak anymore. Guess what happened? Within a few days, the heart was beating erratically and the lungs started pumping irregularly. The lungs were just like, the eyes just went all crossed. The head, the brain, everything was going foggy. Just, nobody could focus. The legs couldn't walk properly. The hands didn't know what to do. Everybody in the body, in the system just went, we can't function, we can't go on. And then suddenly the brain just went, as the one right on top, I'm gonna have to say, we cannot go on like this. Tiny a-hole, will you please be our boss? Without you, we agree, we cannot function properly. That was the joke. And that leads me to my story today. Hola, hello, good day, and sawadee. Welcome back to my channel, all my goddesses and everyone who wants to be a goddess. This is the channel for a woman who wants to feel more in tune with her goddess inside of her, and to be more feminine, to be more strong, more powerful, more fabulous. Okay? I share tips, I share tricks, I share vlogs and stories and grandmother's tales from my almost 50 years of life on earth. Anyway, so today we are going to be doing something a little bit interesting. A topic that we don't really discuss in public. And but only children does it. Yes, children think it's a very funny topic, and adults think it's a big no to talk about it in public. But why not? It is a bodily function. Yes, today we are going to talk about going for the number 2. We're gonna go and talk about how we go to the toilet, our toilet habits. But before I continue, It's going to be a very interesting topic. I'm going to be sharing with you some stuff about me that I've discovered today. I was going to talk about something else, but because of what I've experienced this morning and today, I thought I better change the topic to talk about the number 2. So before you go continue this rave of mine, this rant of mine, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I would love to see my subscriber count go up. I would like to reach 1.6k in the next couple of weeks. Go on then, come on, click like, click subscribe, and give me a comment if you feel like it resonates with you, this very interesting topic, this warm topic. Anyway, okay, so I was very excited this morning that I actually shared it in my ladies group. I've got a group, I've got a WhatsApp group with a chat with a couple of my girlfriends, and I was so excited I had to message them with a revelation. What was my revelation? I discovered that coffee is not a diuretic for me. Coffee gives me constipation. Yes, I was trying to be an adult. I was trying to adulting. I don't drink coffee, you guys. I'm not really a coffee drinker. I don't need coffee to wake up. Yes! I know it's a bit strange, right? I know most people actually drink coffee when they wake up. They feel like they need coffee. But hey, I'm ADHD. I don't really need coffee. When I wake up, my brain is already going 100 miles an hour as soon as I step out of bed. So what's happened is, since we moved into this house, I thought I was very restful, I was very relaxed, and it was stressful enough that I was worried about our container not arriving. I was worried about things just not working out because of the delay, and costing us a mountain of money, our cats, our dog, and whatnot. But I thought I was very relaxed, but you know what, I don't mind staying awake a little bit more, during the day, be more fresh, because as you guys know, I'm a hypothyroid patient. The chronic illness gives you all kinds of issues like insomnia already, but also it makes you sleepy during the day. Just after lunch, I get really, really tired. This is the reason why I don't really like to have either a heavy breakfast or a heavy lunch, because then I will definitely need to go to bed. But one of the other symptoms of having hypothyroidism is actually constipation. But I don't have that problem. I am very blessed to have a regular pattern. I go once or twice a day, mostly 2, sometimes 1. But every morning, the moment my feet step on the floor, I gotta go. My body's going, you gotta get up sometimes. Like, I get woken up by my body telling me, you gotta go and do your toilet business. So that is actually really, really good for someone. Even my doctor's like, oh, I'm really amazed that you are a regular number 2 goer. But you must remember though that regular doesn't always, it's not always the same for everyone. Some people can be regular and it's only every 3 days. Some people is regular only once a day, and some people maybe every 5 days, and some people once a week. I mean, this is something you need to discuss with your doctor to make sure that there's nothing wrong with your pattern. And your pattern should be something that you're familiar with, something that you've regularly experienced for the last couple of years. And when you need to worry is when it changes from what you are used to. Like for me, as someone who's regularly going twice a day, to suddenly not being able to go even once a day was worrying. So for the last 1 month, I looked like I was 5 months pregnant for most of the month. And it's not bad. I mean, I don't have as much, issues with body confidence. Remember, goddess confidence. But it does get a bit worrying when your kids are like, hey, mommy, how many months pregnant are you? I mean, it's all done tongue-in-cheek, and I'm not really upset, but it does make you think like, oh, hang on a second, I'm not looking at my stomach. I need to give it a little bit more attention. So I noticed, yes, that I couldn't fit my trousers, even my very my loose underpants, which I don't buy tight underpants, felt a little bit tight. And when I really, really look in the mirror, I do look in the mirror, but I don't go like, I don't really like hyper focus on my body parts, because part of being confident is you don't over-focus on your body parts. You just look at yourself as a whole. You are a sum of the whole, right? I started to realize that, yeah, I was looking a little bit more bloated. My stomach was definitely bloated. It was really, really hard. And I realized that certain food I was eating in Thailand was not gelling well with me, like having certain pizzas. And I found out, of course, that certain pizza places were not proofing the dough enough. That was giving me really severe intolerance. But what I noticed was that the last 1 month, I started taking a lot of coffee. Like every morning, I would have coffee with my Milo powder and cold milk. That's how I have my breakfast. My breakfast is literally, my calories is a cold big glass of cold milk that I've added a little bit of Milo powder, and I started adding, you know, a teaspoon of coffee powder to make me feel like I'm an adult, you know, without resorting to having frappuccinos or, you know, those lattes, those Starbucks type very sugar laden drinks. So I thought it's reminiscent of, you know, frappuccino without going there. But anyway, and I noticed that I couldn't go. So this morning I decided to do an experiment. I decided to eschew the coffee. I went, nope, not having coffee today. I'm gonna try an experiment. Just normal cold milk, and within half an hour, my body went, yippee! This is something we know. And I went very easily. But you know what? Another thing is, if you are having issues with going for your number 2, there's a very, very ancient technique which we have lost very sadly. It's actually squatting to go and do number 1 and number 2, which is what our ancestors did, which is what our, you know, just 2 generations ago or 3 generations ago we're still doing it. We didn't have sit down toilets, so we had to sort of squat down to do our business, and that absolutely helps. I mean, people in Asia are still squatting until maybe like 1 generation ago. People stopped squatting. And a lot of the times, from a lot of reports, they're saying that we're beginning to develop more, you know, irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, because of course our food is not as healthy as it was 100 years ago. You know, unfortunately, we have more processed food today, whether we chose it or not. But also it's the way we sit to go and do our number 1 and number 2 especially. So last night, I was just so tired of not being able to go fluidly. I decided to put a really high plastic box underneath my feet to the point where my knee was almost up on my chest, and I felt my stomach being squeezed. But at the same time, it opens up your lower bits. It opens up the muscle down below, and I literally can hear things moving. So there you go, guys. My long rant about your number 2. And I say to my friends this morning, I think we can use it as a very humane form of torture. If you don't allow someone to go and do number 2, do you know what happens to them? They go crazy. They go mentally just like being tortured. After I've done all my business last night and this morning, I felt 5 kilos lighter. I felt my brain can just like, oh my God, I'm so aware, I'm so awake. Which goes back to my joke earlier. Anyway, so you guys, this is what I have to say. So if you have any issues with your bowel, maybe you want to check out what has been causing you to not be able to go. Is it something that you're eating? Is it something that you're drinking? Or is it just the way you sit to do number 2? There are exercises, yoga exercises, physio exercises. All these things can help to open up your hips. You know, you open up your hip flexors, and putting your knees up can help you with all the movements internally in your intestinal tract. But at the same time, keep an eye out on your food intake. Could be something as simple as coffee that's stopping you from going to do number 2 like me. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will be coming back with another video later this week. And I hope you stay healthy, you stay happy, and you stay wealthy in whatever way you think it is. Love you guys. Bye.